Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I am getting my act together on the technology. So I can see comments. There we go. If you are here, please do say hello in the comments so I know who's hanging out with me. Yeah, before we dive into my project today, I wanted to give you a little heads up. We are coming to the end of Celebration, which ends on Thursday, the 29th of February. So Celebration, as a reminder, for every qualifying purchase, which here in Australia is multiples of $90. You get to choose a free item out of this lovely brochure, and there are also a few additional items available. You'll see it on the website when you place your order. You'll get to choose. It'll let you know how many you're eligible for and what you can get. So that is through Thursday night. Thursday, like 11:59 p.m. You have to have your order in. Also, if you wanted to join my team and get a 20% discount on all your future orders, you would be able to get additional product or this lovely glass mat that comes with its own chamois and a silicone craft. I can't remember what they call this, but this is a great palette for blending colors and such when you're coloring things. To spare you guys the glare of my lights, I'm putting a grid paper over it, but I usually use it uncovered and I just love it. It's really a nice surface to work on. So that's coming to the end Thursday night, but our lovely mini catalog and annual catalog are ongoing through the end of April. And we also have some new online exclusives that are coming available on March 5th. So let me get these out of the way and show you. This is one of the items that's available in the Celebration. It's called Cradled in Love, and it's a really cute, sweet little baby set. And I realized I didn't have any dedicated baby sets currently, so I went ahead and I got this. I don't necessarily have a lot of call for baby cards right now, although some of my friends are starting to have grandkids, so that just makes me feel a little old. But anyhow, this is a nice one to have in my stash, so I grabbed it. Hi Gladys, and hi Mom. I'm sorry you're having the flashing green screen again. I'm not seeing an issue at this end. Perhaps you try refreshing your feed. Yeah, I don't know. Gladys, are you having issues or is it all good? Anyhow, let's pull some things in. Sometimes I like to do yellows and greens, soft yellows and greens, just to be kind of gender neutral for baby cards, because sometimes we still don't know what babies' genders are going to be before they're born. Some people do still hold out for that surprise. So this is what I thought I would do, and I have, whoops, sorry about that, the cradle and the mobile arm here, and the rug. This looks like a nice soft fluffy rug. So I'm going to move those layers out of the way and bring in these are simple line images, so I don't think I really need the padding from my Stampin' Pierce mat, but it's good insurance, not a bad thing to have, so I'm going to bring that in. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp in gray granite. I'm going to do a bunch of coloring with my Stampin' Blends, and as long as you have a water-based ink, it doesn't have to be Memento. That's what we usually suggest, at least as a starting point, but you can use any of the water-based classic inks and get a really nice result with the blends, because those are alcohol and you don't want them to mix. So you want different inks. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to stamp the cradle. Oh, you have it also. Yeah, I don't, again, I could stop and start at this end, but again, I'm not having an issue here, so I'm not sure that it would change anything. So I'm just going to point out there's these two little interruptions of the rug border, and I believe that's where we're supposed to be putting the legs for the cradle. So I'm going to drop that there. And that's supposed to come off of the top of the cradle, I think, like so. And then the mobile itself. Sorry, I'm trying not to get my head in the camera, but I'm also trying to see where to stamp. I'll call that good. Okay, I'm going to stop there for a little bit and do some coloring in. No flashing on your iPad. Okay, so yeah, sorry, Facebook, it works or it doesn't, and there's not much I can do at my end. I know that when I download the video to put up on YouTube for the replay, it won't have these issues. So again, I don't know if refreshing your feed on your laptop, desktop will help it or not. I'm going to move that out of the way for the moment and bring in some blends. Let's see, we're going to bring in the soft sea foam. We're going to bring in some lemon lolly. What else might we use? I'm going to bring in the gray granite as well. So I'm going to start with some soft sea foam here. And I'm coloring in the blanket in soft sea foam. This is the light. And there's some showing through these bars. This brush tip is nice because you can just kind of touch it and get some good thin spaces filled. And then I think there's a bumper or a mattress at the bottom of the cradle. I'm going to fill that in with the light soft sea foam as well. stop and look and make sure I'm getting the mattress and not the slats. Okay, for the moment. And I'm going to come in here with the dark now, and I'm going to color the stripes on the black blanket with the dark. I'm using the bullet point for that. Okay, that is pretty subtle. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do a second layer of the dark soft seafoam for the stripes. And you can see, I think, the difference that made between the two. Yeah, I like that. And I haven't quite decided if I'm going to color in everything on the cradle or not yet. I'm still thinking about that one. What I am going to do is color in the whale in balmy blue. I've got a nice fine point. Yep. This is balmy blue light. And I'm going to come in with the balmy blue dark on the top of the whale. And I'm going to use some lemon lolly. Start with the light, see how I like it. On the stars, star singular. And some dark lemon lolly on the moon. It's a very subtle difference there. And I'm going to set that aside and think for a minute still about what I want to do with that cradle. I am probably going to color it, but in the meantime, I have here somewhere, there it is, I stamped the little elephant that comes in the set, which I think is pretty cute. And I went ahead and I stamped it on soft seafoam cardstock, and I'm going to cut it out. There are no dies with this set, but that's okay. We are again under an extreme heat warning. Which is really not such a big deal for me personally. When I can, I plan to just spend the day inside with my air conditioning. I do have an appointment to take Noah to get his teeth checked at the vet, which is literally around the corner. It will take us under 2 minutes door to door. I can deal with that. But it means that it's rated as catastrophic for bushfire warnings. We have a bushfire, actually we've got a couple of them west of us that are still raging from the last 2 weeks of catastrophic days, and they're expecting one of them to perhaps double back on itself with some of the winds we're supposed to have today. Anyway, so there's a lot of people concerned about that. Now, I have cut that out. It's on soft seafoam. I'm going to bring in my soft seafoam Stamp and Blends, and I'm just going to add a little bit of additional color just to give it some dimension. It's hard to figure out exactly what to do. So little. There we go. It's not a lot. It's just a little bit, and I'm going to wind up, I think, propping it against the leg there. But, and I could have done it on white and colored it in the way I colored these in, but I just thought it'd be nice to have it a little bit different. So I'm going to bite the bullet. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to show you this. So I took a piece, this is from the Softly Stippled, that's another Celebration item. And I went ahead and I stamped this rug on this, and I cut it out. And it actually goes this way. And I was thinking about piecing it in there. Like so. And with that, but I see this looks like now it's back behind there. So what I want to do actually is I want to get those legs onto it. So, because I know where they should be. We're going to see if we can do that. And if not, I can abandon it and just color in my rug. But let's see how that works. You see that? Now this one's going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter so much. But that one's showing. And that, I think, is going to be a good thing. And what I'll probably do is go ahead and do a little bit of coloring around the edge here. So if I have a little bit that didn't quite match, it won't show so much. There won't be a little bit of white. So I like having that little bit of paper piecing right there. Yep. What do you think? I'm pretty pleased with that. Okay, I'm going to bring those back in a little bit. So that looks really dark to me. So I'm going to try to go a lot lighter. think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a little bit of scrap. I'm going to play for a minute just on some scrap here. So that I make sure I get the look that I want, because I like where this is going. I don't really want to mess that up. So this is the light crumb cake. Which I'm liking better. And this is the light smoky slate. Which I don't think I'm going to like as much. We could always go with lemon lolly. So what do you think? Crumb cake, smoky slate, lemon lolly. I'm thinking maybe the lemon. Opinions? Can't see it well enough. Trying to decide between crumb cake and the lemon lolly. Nobody's chiming in, so I'm going to have to make my own decision. As soon as I do, somebody will say something different. Crumb cake. That's where I was headed. Okay, here we go. Crumb cake. So, what's happening in your world? Tell me something good. We've got the demonstrator convention on stage coming up here in a couple weeks. I'm pretty excited. It's going to be here in Melbourne. Myself and one of my team members are going. We'll meet up with a whole bunch of people from Kylie's team. That's the team I'm a member of, or we're members of, the two of us. And I've got plans to meet up with several other Stampin' Friends from other groups I'm in. So it should be a lot of fun. Ooh, hi, Christine. Yes, looking forward to meeting you. Lots of fairly delicate coloring on this one. Let's see how much shading I get done here. I can see some spots that need a little more. Soft seafoam, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm starting to think about what swaps I'm going to do for on stage. I was totally consumed with my stamp camp for last weekend, so I didn't put any effort into thinking about on stage until this week. And I've heard we've got 33 members of Kylie's team. That's the Crazy Crafters. So I need to figure out what we're doing for that. Sorry, I'm very focused here. Yeah, Houston might not be such a great location for you, huh, Gladys? It's a time and distance and money thing, I'm sure. I'm lucky that it's right here in my backyard. I looked at perhaps maybe staying in a hotel right by the convention center, because that is easier in many ways. But I decided that for less money, I could just take a taxi to and from the convention center each day if I wanted, which I may do. So I'm going back in with the Crumb Cake Dark now, just to go over a few of the places, just for some contrast. gonna do the rims. Okay, I think that's the cradle. We'll see if I decide to color those a bit darker. Yeah, maybe. So I'm never sure how much you guys like it when I figure it out on the fly versus have it all planned out and just make it. So I'm coloring on the ones that are on the designer series paper because those need to be on here. There we go. Okay, let's glue this down. I'm just going to use little dots of glue. There we go. And that's going to go on there. We'll hold off on putting it on for the moment. So trying to decide between welcome, little one, and this one is Bundle of Joy. I think I like Welcome Little One. And again in my gray granite. There we go. if I can get everything straight today. I often think I have, and then I go take a picture and I'm like, oh, that is not straight. But using my grid paper, I'm trying to get all of my visuals straight so that this will look straight. There we go. And then I'm going to put a mini dimensional or two, just one on the back of that. And there is the card. Oh, I know. I was going to add the tiniest bit of Wink of Stella to the Mobile bits. Because why not? I don't know if the camera will pick that up or not, but let me see if I can get a good picture. So there's the card. Thank you for joining me today. If you would like to get this set, remember it's a level 1, which here in Australia means a $90 minimum spend by Thursday night, and then you could choose this set to be your freebie during celebration. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you same time, same place next week. See you then. Bye-bye.